Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Check out our new sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They pay cash for smartphones and tablets. Like and share their social media pages for an opportunity to win an iPhone. Facebook, Instagram, and website are all in the description. What you waiting on? Head over there and try to get that iPhone. All right, real quick video. It's out there that Billy Joe could be Canelo's next opponent. Like I said from the beginning, they are allegedly or reportedly finalizing the contract for that fight to happen. And also, David Benavidez will not have to face mandatory challenger Javier Uterman after Uterman got popped hot for an adverse test. Now he's hurt his shoulder, and Benavidez is expected to fight TMT fighter Lionell Thompson, who had just beat Jose Uzatagi a few months ago. Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And let's talk about Billy Joe Canelo first. So for me, it don't move the needle, but it give Canelo another world title, a real world title. It'd be his first real world title. And at the 168-pound level, that fake belt he won for Joaquin Fielding did not count. So now, he'd be fighting Billy Joe. When Billy Joe Saunders was, at his best versus David Lemieux, Eric Gomez and Golden Boy and Canelo said, no mas, no thank you to fighting Billy Joe. Now that Billy Joe has slowed down and looked vulnerable since being popped for the oxyfrene, now Canelo want to fight him. I have zero interest in this fight, to be honest. It's out there that Canelo does not take VADA anymore, so I don't know if there's going to be testing for this fight, but like I said before, not excited. I'd rather see him fight Demetrius Andrade. Obviously, he couldn't fight the PBC crew. Al Heyman blocked Jamal David and Caleb Plant for fighting for Canelo, and I respect it because, he got other plans, and, it's probably impossible to beat Canelo on his own, so I get it. But Billy Joe and Canelo, May 2nd, that's what I heard from the very, very beginning. And it sounded like in order for Canelo not to have to fight Demetrius Andrade, which was one of the DAZN approved opponents, that Canelo Alvarez and Golden Boy paid Billy Joe probably a little bit more. Oscar tried to give him a hard deadline. Even Billy Joe and Callum Smith wasn't stupid enough to know. They wasn't stupid enough not to know that Oscar wasn't going to get Plant. He wasn't going to get Benavidez. But the Benavidez fight could have happened. Now that his mandatory fell out, they could have easily made that fight. But Al Heyman wasn't going to mess up his mini super fight between Caleb Plant and Benavidez. But like I said, I'm not excited for this fight at all. It's another pedestrian fight. It's not even the best fight in May. The best fight in May is going to be May 30th versus Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. Like I said before, they're not going to fill up nothing. They're not going to sell out unless they buy the tickets or buy and resell them. Billy Joe don't have a fan base, just as Tyson Fury really don't. And he's not like an Anthony Joshua. I mean, even Ricky Burns had people that probably follow him over to the United States to watch him fight. They don't have that following. Billy Joe don't. So it's going to be Canelo pretty much pulling Vegas. And I know Vegas missed Floyd because Canelo can't pull it like Oscar and Floyd did. I think the problem is he refuses to speak English in public. But to me, this does nothing for Canelo legacy. It's just put another fighter under his belt. Billy Joe looked terrible his last fight on that YouTube undercard. He looked terrible versus Willie Nelson. So I'm not impressed. He looked terrible when he won the belt. He just looked sloppy. He don't look like he got the same crispness that he had with David Lemieux. And ever since that fight, he's been on a downslope. So, Demetrius Andrade just leave him high and dry. Charlo will probably fight Chris Eubanks Jr. in April, maybe in conjunction with David Benavidez fight. But like I said before, beating Billy Joe, it doesn't excite me. If the fight comes and I ain't got nothing going on, I will watch it. But they better have one hell of a card, stacked undercard. Billy Joe don't bring nobody. I mean, the DAZN not concerned that Canelo can't move no units. He can't move no tickets, but ain't nobody in boxing really selling tickets like that in North America, or in America to be exact. Nobody over here moving tickets like that, man. And, Canelo last fight with Kovalev didn't sell out. If you can't sell out, in Vegas, you shouldn't be allowed to come back. If it ain't a sellout, man, don't come. If I'm Vegas, that's how I'm feeling. Unless your fight is like you selling big tickets as far as like $1,000 tickets for nosebleeds, but we understand why that doesn't sell out. But like I said, be expecting an announcement. They gave Billy Joe some extra money. They probably gave him the $10 million he was looking for. Oscar always trying to play hardball. But it's funny how, the PBC crew froze out Canelo. He don't exist. And they keeping it 100. Crawford don't exist. Canelo don't exist. AJ don't exist. So, if it's going to be like the UFC where they going to have their own league, if Dana White come over and help Al Haymon run the company, they doing a good job, priming up for it, bro. It's, doing a great job because they turning down big money. So, Imam Demetrius Andrade, just, get another bum and get ready to beat him up and make your $4 or $5 million. And, eventually the DAZN will force somebody to fight you. But I do know Triple G and Canelo is done for September. So that fight is done. Triple G be fighting Camille Zamata later on, past April. I think that's going to happen in Kazakhstan. I don't think enough people in Chicago cared about the fight because it's a lopsided fight. But David Benavidez is going to sound like he's going to fight Lionell Thompson. Lionell Thompson, I think, came down from light heavyweight. He beat the brakes off of Jose Uzataki. I think it was a shocker to everybody. He boxed well in that fight. Showed some solid power. Even dropped Uzataki, I believe. But might as well call David Benavidez the TMT killer because he beat up Ronald Garville. He probably going to beat up Lionell Thompson. It's levels to it. But beating this level of opposition for David Benavidez is not going to get him ready for Caleb Plant, Callum Smith, and Canelo. Because Billy Joe is definitely going to lose that fight. It's not going to get him ready for that type of fight. You know what I'm saying? They need to match him a little bit tougher than Ivory Uniman and Lionell Thompson. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Now, who else out there for him to fight? Shit, I don't really know. I do know Callum Smith does have a mandatory shot with him coming up. So he may have to fight Callum Smith pretty soon. Because Callum Smith has the belt, the diamond belt or whatever, to make him the mandatory. So that fight might be ordered, so it'll be interesting to see if they make Caleb Plant and Benavidez after Lionell Thompson before the WBC order Callum Smith to fight David Benavidez. But David Benavidez should beat the shit out of Callum Smith, from what I hear. If he struggled with John Ryder and he struggled to stay active, he ain't getting no better just fighting in the gym versus other United Kingdom English muffins. So that's the problem. So, they should probably let David Benavidez beat up Callum Smith first and then roll into a Caleb Plant fight. But Caleb Plant, he need to fight a solid contender too. They both need that one solid contender, on their resume. I mean, Porky was pretty good. Ronald Garville was solid. Darrell was solid. And, and for Caleb Plant, Uzataki was solid. But they need that one good opponent. And I don't know who that possibly could be at the 168-pound limit. I think for Benavidez, it could be Callum Smith. He would unify that belt if he was to come over. And for Plant, Angulo can't do it. You know what I'm saying? George Groves is retired. So, I'm not sure, who will be there for them to fight. But maybe they should just go on the fight after Lionell Thompson make Benavidez and Plant. I don't believe it should be pay-per-view. That should be a free fight. They don't have enough notoriety. They don't even fight in the pay-per-view division for them to make that pay-per-view. And I think them fighting on free TV, white versus Mexican, will really step up their notoriety, man. But, April 18th, they're talking about Lionell Thompson and David Benavidez. That should be an easy fight for Benavidez. Should be able to roll over Thompson. But Thompson can box a little bit. He can move a little bit. And I think Benavidez have a little bit of problems with dudes that can box and use the gym. But getting with Alex Ariza, his stamina is pretty solid, with Alex Ariza. But 68, it's going to heat up a little bit. We'll see if they can unify all 4 titles. A lot of politics, 2 different streets. You got the DAZN, Callum Smith, Billy Joe, Canelo. And then you got PBC, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez. But I don't think PBC got any plans in the immediate future to work with anybody. So the positive thing about that is they're going to have to make the best fights on their side of the street. The negative is they're not going to be looking to make the best fights with other people in boxing. So, sanction belt bodies should sit there and strip their fighters and just say, fight for the PBC belt if you want to play with the world of boxing. That's what they should do. They only want to do it when it's in their favor, like Brian Carlos Castanos and Patrick Teixeira. They only doing that fight because they trying to be undisputed at 54. So I felt that Andy Ruiz should have dropped the 54-pound belt if he beat AJ. If y'all don't mess with it, do y'all want undisputed or not? But I really don't think PBC about that life, undisputed life. But shout out to Caleb Plant. He got the win this weekend. David Benavidez getting ready to fight Lionell Thompson because Ivory Uniman got a shoulder injury. And Billy Joe Saunders, it sounds like he's going to get the Canelo fight after all. They caved in and gave him his money. Canelo was never going to fight Demetrius Andrade. And he was the only guy willing to fight Canelo. And Triple G was the only other guy willing to fight Canelo as soon as possible. But Triple G and Canelo done for September. David Benavidez and Lionell Thompson. That's going to go down April 18th for Sound Like. So we'll see what happens. But hey, Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And yeah, man, don't forget to check out our new sponsors as well, man. All that information is in the description. Cell phone buyers, recyclers. Check them out, man. Real good, brother. And go see